Pause? Rewind? Interesting. Who told him to do that? I don't remember assigning roles before the hunt. He just did it. If you have any experience with group projects, you know that shouldn't have happened. So why does Monster Hunter Co-op, far from collapsing, seems to thrive in chaos? As an unlicensed detective, I cannot leave this mystery unsolved. In today's investigation, let's discover why and, more importantly, how this seemingly chaotic system allows for strangers to cooperate remarkably well. Multiplayer games have had the same problem for decades. How do we get complete strangers to cooperate? This is even more true when there is no voice chat or other form of communication. If people don't know what they're supposed to do, they tend to fuck around and find out. We often find ourselves in a situation where everyone wants to win, but no one has the means to achieve victory as a team. POV, you play Smash Bros with your sister. The problem clearly isn't new. Someone must have solved it already. Wait a damn minute. Felicity, open the drawer 232. Now we're talking. Let's see what our suspect has to say. With what I'm about to introduce, the answer to our question becomes clear. Give them jobs. Simple ones at that. A tank, a healer, and a DPS. This is the very basis of the most widespread cooperative system in the world, the Holy Trinity, where one person holds aggro, one supplies the drug, healing, and the other one who goes stupid to kill the mob. It's quite simple, but it's where all the power lies. Things are way easier when you know exactly who does what. This removes confusion, clearly defines responsibility, that doesn't mean blame the healer, fuckers, and allows everyone to shine in their role. Well, that's it. Let's see how Monster Hunter applies this principle then. Well, crappity crap. Damn, I really thought I was onto something this time. Because here's the thing, in most co-op games, this lack of structure is a recipe for team-wiping disasters. But Monster Hunter doesn't do any of this. So how is it solving the exact same problem? This also doesn't solve our issue of how people seem to instinctively know when to intervene. Not only that, but no weapon seems to correspond to a dedicated role. Sure, the hunting horn and SNS are often considered support weapons, but that's not their primary function. You can go on any hunt with a pure offensive or supportive approach with each of them. I'm afraid, but it seems the answer lies somewhere else. My prime suspect has a alibi this time around. Well, the only lead that I had disintegrated before my very eyes. Just like my hopes and dreams. Back to the basics, I guess. Let's take a look at the crime scene again. Damn it, there's nothing to see here. All they do is fuck around and hold on. Hold the fuck on. Felicity, pause the footage. Enhance. Again. No, dumbass, not here. There. I can't believe I missed this the first time. I was so focused on the player that I neglected the main component of the hunt. The monster. Guys, I think we finally got our answer. Monster Hunter solves our problem, but differently. Not by assigning responsibilities, but by creating situations. Situations that then becomes opportunities. Opportunities that anyone can seize. And it's all thanks to the monster. Think about it for a sec. What makes you heal, protect, set a trap, or even flash? The freaking monster you're hunting. He's like a music conductor. Its changing behavior, movement, and vulnerabilities naturally synchronize the entire team. Unlike traditional cooperation where players dictate the strategy, the monster controls the pace of combat. Every war, every charge, every stagger, every topple changes the situation. That becomes the basis for the so-called opportunities that I called earlier. That's also why the Holy Trinity isn't applicable here. No need for roles or responsibilities when the monster literally tells us what to do. Now hold on, don't get me wrong here. This isn't an attack on the Holy Trinity. It isn't wrong by any means. In reality, I think it's simply one solution to a problem. And Monster Hunter just found another one. The only counterexample that comes to mind is... that damn quest is an issue even in my investigations. fucking elaborate mechanical cockroach. Without a well-oiled team, this quest is practically impossible. Everyone knows that. You can complete this quest with skills and sheer determination, but that wasn't the design in mind. This quest alone destroyed my whole theory. Guess I was wrong this time. Case closed. Investigation falls apart. Just like my life. Man, this quest really sucks on all fronts. So much trouble, and for what? Something that barely resembles Monster Hunter. Oh my gosh, I am a genius. Les amis, I take it back. This quest is not a hurdle. It's just another exhibit. Something that straightens our case. At first glance, this quest seems to be the perfect counterexample of how specialization is sometimes necessary in Monster Hunter. But answer me this then, why did they have to redesign the entire hunt? The developers literally had to break Monster Hunter cooperative philosophy to make this collaboration work. This clearly showed that cooperation in Wilds or any other Monster Hunter title doesn't normally rely on interdependence, unless they force it. It's even crazier when you realize that all the tools were already there to make this collaboration work with minimal adjustments. Before Omega, you could already prescribe, deny and shred. I mean, heal, tank and attack. Quite fascinating. If you want to, we can use a system like the Holy Trinity, and it works perfectly fine for this hunt or any other. But it's not mandatory. The game literally gives you the choice. You could even say, the opportunity. Well, that was a wild ride, no pun intended, but here's the time for a conclusion. It was, of course, an exaggeration when I said that Monster Hunter co-op should be a disaster and never should have worked. We wouldn't be making dumb investigation if it was the case. On the contrary, the cooperation philosophy of the Monster Hunter franchise is nothing short of incredible. It uses its incredible marvels of game design, aka its monster, to create a moment where everybody can step up. Capcom then trusts the player to make most of those opportunities. They set the rhythm, we set the dance. Bars! Before leaving, guys, I have a message for the fuckers who joins the hunt with freaking hammers and French baton. I swear to Zoshia, how are we doing worse than NPCs almost a year after the title update release? Bordel de shit. In the meantime, that's all for today. Until next investigation, case closed.